Hello, welcome back to Client Stories with DNAngels. My name is Heidi, and I have a special guest, Michelle, on today. Michelle is my client. She came to me probably about a week ago, Michelle, and we have decided to give her biological truth in real time so that we can get her reaction. Michelle, before we get started with the fun stuff, give us a little
Mhm.
bit about your background, what your family structure, and what brought you to DNAngels.
I was adopted as a baby, like at 6 weeks old. My adoptive parents were a lovely couple who just couldn't have children for, fertility reasons and that kind of thing. So they went through the state to do an adoption. And obviously they were wonderful parents and all of that, and I had a great childhood, but never really knew anything about my birth family. We had some very limited information because in my state at the time when I was born, all records were sealed, and sealed both to the biological parents and to the adoptive child. And they have some sort of registry where if you match up, then they'll open up everything, but and so it would take a court order to kind of do that. So always just kind of wondered. I have another sister who's also adopted from a different, biological family,
Mhm.
but just kind of wondered. I never had anybody that looked at like me or anything like that. So
Is there something specific in your life that happened to you that prompted to take a Ancestry DNA test?
it was a while ago. So I had some health issues in the past, and we had tried through the state. And at one time, when DNA was starting to become a big deal for Ancestry, I just tried, but didn't get anything close and had no idea how to use the information I got. So
It's very overwhelming when you get those
Mhm.
matches. And so also what Ancestry does is they put your DNA matches into a parent one side and a
Mhm.
parent two side. But when you're looking at it, you don't know which side is which. So that's
Mm-mm.
where we come in. That's
That's right.
where we come in to help you. So, what about your adopted sister? Has she found or is she interested in looking for her family?
She has actually found a couple of siblings through that. She never quite dug through to find the birth parents, but there's some history in her family where she has a couple of full siblings that were also adopted
Really?
out. So, and they kind of found each other through various like DNA services. So that's kind of
So,
what
has that's interesting. That's very interesting. Well, if she needs my help, send her my way.
I may send her to you because she and I have been talking about it. And she's like, "Oh wow, that's crazy that
It's
they
pretty
found you."
phenomenal. Well, I know that you have been peeking in your tree.
I
I
have.
tried to hide it. I tried to hide your grandparents and you had your non-identification. So I found your grandparents on both sides
Okay.
pretty early. You had a beautiful case that
Mhm.
came together perfectly.
Oh my gosh.
But when I found one grandparent side, they had four daughters, and I said,
Mhm.
"Got it. I got
Mhm.
your mom's side." But genetically speaking, it could be any one of those four daughters.
Right.
And that is when you told me that you had your non-ID information,
Right.
needed to find it. So it took you a couple days to get your
I
hands
did.
on that. And during those couple days, you were peeking in your tree. So
I did.
you
I'm sorry.
probably have seen, especially on your mom's side, I'm assuming that you've probably already kind of put things together
Yeah, a little bit I
on her
have.
side with
So,
the age.
mhm.
I really wanted to see what your non-ID information had as your mom's age because
Mhm.
that helps me pin it down.
Right.
So I'm going to start on your dad's side. Have you
Okay.
have you have you poked around on that side? Do you have an idea
No,
yet, or is this
not
new?
really.
Okay, that's why I chose to start on your father's side. So for everybody's privacy involved, I'm going to send these pictures um, privately to Michelle. So
Okay.
people viewing are not going to be able to see the pictures, but Michelle will.
Okay.
Okay, and if you could just acknowledge it, there's a little bit of time delay when I send. So if you could just acknowledge and let me know you got that.
Okay.
I let this picture. Okay, so first we're going to start on your father's side.
Okay.
His name is, now this is on your non ID information. There are several brothers. on his
Okay.
grandparents had several brothers.
Okay.
But using your non-ID information, this guy is a year younger than your mother, which
Okay.
suited on your non-ID, and
Okay.
some of the details, well, all the details fit for him. So
Okay.
his name is, I'm going to leave out his last name, but his name is Jeffrey,
Okay.
and he's alive.
Okay.
And I just sent you the picture of his
Oh,
yearbook.
that's from when I was born.
That I want to say he was maybe like a freshman, sophomore. For some reason, 1975 is sticking in my head, but I knew you were born in 74. When were you
No,
born?
76. 76.
76.
So yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So
Okay.
it
So
might have
yeah,
been
that was
right before.
before.
Yep.
Okay. I have some
Oh,
more.
okay.
So one of the things that it said in your non-ID information is that he was athletically inclined.
Yes, it did say that. Okay.
So I thought that this picture was pretty cool.
Oh my gosh. He's on the football team. That's so funny.
He's on
Oh
the
my
football team. He's on the JV football team. I thought that was funny because on your non-ID information, it
God.
said
Right.
he hadn't, one of
Yeah.
his goals was to be on the varsity football
Uh-huh.
team, something to that effect. So I thought that was pretty neat.
Wow.
And then I'm going to include this. It's his whole football team. And for this to you, I spotted him pretty quick. He's
Let me see here.
on the fourth row, next to the fourth row, and he's the third guy from the right. So there's a coach with glasses on the very back row.
Yeah.
Look to the coaches. If we're looking at the screen, look to the right underneath him.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
I have a picture of him today with your brother, who is a pharmacist.
Oh my gosh. I haven't gotten it yet, but my heart's pounding for that one. Oh my gosh. That's my brother.
That's your brother, your father, and his wife. He's a pharmacist. Beautiful family.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that amazing?
That's wonderful.
There might be more kids that I haven't found yet, but just from doing some Facebook sleuthing, I was able to put together that.
I have his teeth.
I know. That's why I was like, I don't know if she looks like her dad or you look like your mom a lot too, though.
I do. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, but that's so funny that I'm like, oh, there's my teeth.
Yes.
Oh my god.
And as I looked to see what Jeffrey does for a living, and it looks like he's an accountant.
Oh, stop. Okay. That's interesting. Okay. Yes. We're in my family, we're all kind of in finance. My husband and I are in.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
We're all kind of financial related. So that's interesting.
That's so cool. Okay. Let's go to mom's side.
Okay.
Now, I know that you've seen this picture. I know you've been peeking.
I have.
Okay. Let me go to mine.
I know. I'm sorry. I was just too excited. to peek.
It's okay. It's okay. So there's mom, Kim.
Yeah. That's the one I've seen. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I started to realize that I'm going to have to hide some pictures from you. So I did. Because you're too smart. So I said, I'm going to hide a few of these. So here's one that I'm sure you haven't seen yet.
Okay. She's got my nose, I think. That's what
she does.
Oh no, I didn't see that one. No.
I know I hid it from you.
Oh wow. Look at her.
And then do you remember on your paperwork it said that she was musically inclined, especially in was it piano and voice?
Voice, yep.
Looky here. This is her yearbook choir picture.
Oh my gosh. There she is in choir. I was in choir too.
Were you really?
Yeah, I was a singer too.
What? I'm not musically inclined. So, whether you're a soprano or tenor or alto, what are you? Do you know?
I was a soprano, yep. And
okay. Well, mom is an alto.
Oh, okay.
You see that?
I think we're going to go back and forth. So all good. That's awesome. I love it.
Okay. She was also on the tennis team.
Oh, wow. That's cool. Good for her.
Her tennis picture.
Oops. Go back. Sorry. Oh, stop it. Look at her. She's so cute.
Is she cute?
Oh, she's
adorable. She was also on the annual staff.
Oh my gosh, she was busy.
I know she I could tell by just digging into her that she was very studious and wanted to like do well.
Yeah, that was
Now,
me too.
she has a son.
Okay.
The son was born, oh, let me look at your tree real quick, later. So let me look him up. I want to say it was 2002, which would have made her like 44 when he was born.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
No,
So he's
2003. He was born 2003,
so
January
he's
2003.
oh,
So,
okay. So he's only in his 20s.
yes, he is in school for economics right
Oh,
now.
wow. Okay.
But with her being 44, I almost wondered if maybe, I don't know if he's biologically hers. She could have like
Oh, could be.
adopted. I mean, I don't know. It is, it's possible to have a kid at 44,
Right.
but I did notice the big gap. And so
Mhm.
here is his picture.
Okay. Oh, he's adorable.
Isn't
That's
he adorable? And this
sweet.
is mom and him most recently.
Oh, he's younger there. Oh, look at her.
Had you found that picture already?
I did. I think I'd found that picture.
You
I
did
think
find
that's
that
what
picture
I
already?
said.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Because, yeah.
So,
Tears in my cheeks, I think. That's where I see me and her. Wow.
mom got her, see if I can bring it up on this computer. Yes. So mom got her Bachelor of Arts, a BA in journalism and political science.
Oh, wow. Okay.
She has built a very, very successful business.
Okay.
Her husband, the brother's father, passed away quite some time ago. So she's a widow and she goes by her maiden name.
Okay. All right.
She has a business there. She has a website for her
Okay.
business, which
Okay.
is very legit.
Okay.
And I noticed, let me switch back over so I can see your face. And I noticed that there is an email address that goes directly to her on
Okay.
this website.
Okay.
So we need to make a plan. This is where I hold your hand and I cheerlead you, and we make a plan on reaching out.
Okay.
There's a couple options. You can compose a letter that I will help you compose.
Okay.
And you can mail a letter. We recommend mailing the letter certified.
Okay.
If you are a rip the Band-Aid off kind of person, you
Mm-hmm.
can give her a call.
Okay.
Or, which I like this option the best, since I think that email address is, I don't normally like email addresses because it's hard to have on the public databases to find current ones. But with this being her business one, I think that might be our best option.
Okay.
And like I said, I have a template letter that is beautiful, and a beautiful adoption template letter that I will help you with. Or you have another option if the thought of reaching out just absolutely terrifies you. We have a liaison team, and we have a person on our team that will make that contact for you. Now, that is a paid service. That is something just for you. If you want to just keep it in the back of your mind, you have a lot to process. You don't have to make any decisions right now.
Okay.
But I would recommend reaching out to mom first.
Okay.
And having her confirm the dad.
Okay.
It sounds like to me from your non-ID that he's aware of you. Like he knew that she was pregnant, and
yeah, I thought that same.
they were in love, and they thought about getting married, but they were just too young. So I'm sure that he's aware of you. So
okay.
Same thing with dad's side. I'll help you.
Okay.
Pose a letter.
Okay.
How does it feel to have names and pictures and siblings? And how are you feeling?
Especially like I said, I cheated a little bit and I looked on my mom's side, but the part that I have like a brother and like my dad's picture is I'm just kind of floored by that one. I'm looking back at it right now. I can't believe
you're going to be looking back at it for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Nonstop.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know. I think I texted to you that I always felt like a little bit like I had been dropped off by aliens or something like that, because I wasn't really connected. I didn't really look like anybody, and it's kind of crazy now. I don't even know what to say. It's, amazing.
Do you see where I'm talking about? I think you look like a mixture of both.
Yeah, definitely. Like I expected more to look like her, but I really do look like him too. Well, that's wild.
So in your client room, I'm going to do a large data dump. I'm going to give you a better explanation. Well, I didn't give you any explanation of the DNA, but we know that I'm right because with the four sisters,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I'm going to give you an explanation of how I was able to find your grandparents and how I break down the DNA. I'm going to give you information on how I've already ran background reports on
Okay.
them with
Okay.
tells you their jobs and all the cool
Oh my
stuff.
God.
I'm going to send that to you as well.
Okay.
I'm going to send you a template letter to
Great.
use
Oh,
for
yeah.
reaching out. We have a best practices guide, and on the very first page, when you open it up, it says "Take a deep breath."
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
So that's going to help guide you too.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. This is incredible.
You're
I
welcome,
can't
Michelle. You're welcome.
I can't believe it.
And I did have work. I did have help, Luann,
Oh, well,
who
thank
I'm busy. She's been busy with her dad, but she's been helping me, with all the interesting tidbits on the family. And
Wow.
I've attached all the important vital records up to your great grandparent record. I mean,
Oh
I
my
could,
gosh.
I
Wow.
could, I have added. You started your tree with just yourself, right? Because you didn't
Yeah.
know, and now you have 344 people, relatives in your tree that are related to you. So we've been
Wow.
busy. We've been quiet, but we've
You
been
have
busy.
been. Oh my gosh. You're so sneaky too. You're like, I'm hiding this from her
Oh, I
because
am. I know. As soon as we get done here, I'm going to actually connect Dad to your tree because now
I
it's
love
safe.
it. Okay. I'm sorry. I ruined
It's
it.
okay. No, you didn't ruin anything. Not at all. I mean, I would have been doing the same thing. I told you that. I'm like, I would have actually been following like every single record that was attached to the tree. So it's really been my honor and privilege
Thank
to assist
you
you.
so much.
I'll send that data dump. I have another meeting like in just a few minutes, so it might be this evening.
Sure.
But you have a lot to process anyway.
Yeah, I do.
So,
Thank you
so
so much. You're the
you're
best.
welcome. And you have to keep in touch.
I
Like
will.
I need to know
Totally.
every detail.
I totally. I'm gonna keep
Every
you in the
detail.
loop. All
But
right.
I really wish that everything goes well. I have a good feeling. I really do have a good feeling
Okay.
about this.
Thank you so much, Heidi. I
You're
appreciate it.
welcome. You're very welcome. Bye, Michelle.
Bye now.